when you say things like, oh, you know, God is different. Like, this is what you're saying. You were saying
these things are sacred. Blasphemy is different than skin color. Skin color is not something that should be considered sacred.
Oh, but that's not the point, because earlier you were saying, you're talking to academics, and you guys were having the debate in regards to words and their meaning, and that we can change the words. You won't get rage baited, that words can be evolved. And I think you were referring to also slurs to some degree. Is that fair?
Right. Like that word itself has been changed so much. When black people say it, it was also a slavery term. It comes from the same exact place. It had the same meaning, right. But now it's the most popular used word in hip hop. But even if people say the soft A, if people are singing along to a song, white people are expected to go, they do the shush finger over their face. They're not even supposed to sing along, even though it's not a harmful word in that context.
So I want to just touch on the one point you're saying right now, which is like, you know, the word, you can repurpose it. It can mean nothing if you want it to mean nothing. Yes?
Yeah, that word has changed its meaning.
Right, and you're saying we can change it, like don't get offended by it. It's not offensive unless you make it offensive.
If you give it more oxygen, it has more power. Now, after this example, after this Chud the Builder situation, this amplifies it. Now it has more power. And I also saw more streamers are coming out and doing the exact same thing now. I saw people are putting on blackface. Now, when you make something more taboo, you have the Streisand effect, where celebrities, when they want to cover something up, they pay their publicists to try to remove it from the internet. What happens is people become more interested in it. People are more drawn to it. So if you are giving it more oxygen and you are amplifying it more, the next time somebody says it, it's going to hurt even more. So try to remove the oxygen.
Or try to remove the fact that people are just being really racist for the sake of it. And I think what we should attack is not the aspect of people who have a real history and a real issue with something that is common in any groups of people anywhere in the world. Instead of going like, you guys should react to this better, we should have a society where people don't try to be racist towards each other.
That's true.
I just think it's also true.
That's also true.
And I also think from a Muslim standpoint, there's so many surahs that you can read that will tell you that words have immense power. Words have immense meaning. Just from a Quran. In fact, you don't even get to join Islam unless you say your shahada. Mm-hmm. So words have power. Words have meaning. You can try to change it. You can repurpose them. That's not going to change.
But that's the difference between something sacred and something that's not.
Sacred is what you choose. I could say the N-word is sacred.
Okay, but I don't think that's where we disagree. You shouldn't make things sacred that aren't. Like things like this should not be put into the same category.
It shouldn't be put in the same category. Okay, but you can't ignore human reality. You can't ignore the fact that this is the case everywhere in the world. Everybody got their sensitive spots from a historical standpoint. So I don't understand why you're looking at
something sacred.
Okay, let's say you just go sensitivity. Everyone's got their things that are taboo that you don't touch on, and they will have problems with you, whether physical or jail time. So why are you looking at black folks like they're supposed to be different? That's what I don't understand.
Well, and in America, what's a word where you could expect that sort of reaction from any other group of people?
I mean, the word is just a symbol. You could burn a flag and people might attack you. That happens all the time. People try to do black, and people show up and they beat up the person who's good, or they try to.
Well, that's avoiding my main point. That's the most powerful word. This is the most powerful word.
You can burn the Quran, and people will show up and try to attack you, or try to steal it from you, try to take your property. People do it every day.
The thing is that it feels like you think it's really just about a word. And that's what academics was trying to tell you. It's broader than that, right? It's the disrespect. You, when he said that you were obtuse, that's what he meant. You're very rigid in what's going on. You think it's just the word. It's the disrespect. It's the blatant, consistent disrespect. What I don't understand is that you're saying, at the same time you're saying, we should take an example from the Jews, right? And they haven't lived what we lived since they got here in 1945 throughout the war. Like there was no American expulsion of the Jews, right? So they were able to try it. And what my point earlier that I was talking about, because you didn't look like you understood or knew what I was talking about, you could look up New Orleans and Memphis massacre. That was in 1866. There's a Colfax Opelousas massacres. That's 1873. That's another massacre that happened in Louisiana. There's Wilmington coup and massacre. That's another one that happened in 1880. So all close together. There's the Red Summer of 1917 and 1919. There's the Tulsa Race massacre that I spoke to you about. That was 1921.
Okay.
There's a Rosewood massacre. So there's a bunch of massacres and towns that we try to do. So we try to do what you said that we were supposed to do, like the Jews, but we got expelled multiple times. They didn't. So you can't really like
I don't think
say,
you understand
do
what
like them. Why don't we do like them?
There's 2 points that I want to make. One, it's that you can choose to feel emotions about these words. And I think we both agree that you should not act violently when you hear this word. It's a waste of your energy. The second one is, I think currently in the black community, the main issues that should be addressed that aren't and that seem to be avoided is it's not somebody like Chud the Builder isn't out there oppressing black people. Is it harmful and disrespectful? Absolutely. Is this guy, is he a rage bait? Is he a racist? Absolutely. Is he changing the rights? Is he affecting the black? Is this the number one problem? No.